And Nadia will let us know if everything's live. Hi. Hey, we're live.
Hello.
Awesome. All right. Hey, this is Mark Fly with ConstructConnect. I'm the product evangelist over here, and I'm also known as the bid coach for the millions of people that know about that, both of you. And I am here today with Benny Miles from PlanSwift and Amanda Moore from ConstructConnect on the bid management side. And when I say PlanSwift, still ConstructConnect. A lot of people don't realize that, and that's something, again, that we'll talk about in a little bit. But hey, this is the second live stream we've done to promote our next academy, the ConstructConnect Academy, which is going to be June 23rd, and that's from 10:30 to 4:30 Central. I think 11:30 to 5 Eastern. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. And it's always good being wrong because more people pay attention to that and like to let me know what I said wrong. So if I give all sorts of frivolous dates, it might actually be a really good thing. So anyways, but we're here today to talk a little bit about what to expect. Last week we had Katie on here from the ConstructConnect, or from the takeoff side, on some of the things that we're doing. On some of the things that she's doing. But today we want to talk a little bit more and expand it. That's why we got Benny here to talk about some of the things PlanSwift is going to do. But because Benny's new to my shenanigans and my antics, I'm going to go ahead and go with talk to Amanda first. But before we do that, we're going to experiment. Are you guys ready for this? Let me know. Are you ready? Okay, we're going to experiment. Yeah. We're going to play a cool little video that Cliff Holverson over on the takeoff side actually did for the Academy. Ideally, in a perfect world, this is going to play. It's going to take us off for a moment. It's going to play for about 2 minutes, and it kind of just gives an overview of the Academy. And it's only like a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. So we're going to try this right now. If it doesn't work, and if it's just something goes wrong, just stay here for the next couple of minutes because we'll be back. Okay, we're going to try it right now. Here we go.
I got goosebumps from that video. That was great.
Yeah, that worked.
It's a good thing you couldn't see me because I was like, I was dancing to it. So very
there
cool.
There may be a head bob going on too. So
yeah, that was a good tune.
Yeah, kudos to Cliff Holverson on the ConstructConnect takeoff side. He is amazing with some of the things that he does as far as the videos. So thank you for that, Cliff. All right. So I want to start off with you, Amanda. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and don't be shy and don't be nervous about the hundreds and hundreds of millions of people possibly watching this right now. Don't get nervous. What I'd like you to do is first tell me who you are and then what you do here at ConstructConnect.
Cool. So per my notes, my name reads Amanda Moore. I had to write that down. I'm transitioning to our product marketing role for general contractors. It's very exciting. If you guys have ever chatted with me on iSquareFoot or ConstructConnect in the past, I was in a bunch of different roles. I started out in support, moved to our implementation onboarding team for our GCs, and then moved up to some leadership roles with overseeing our onboarding and support. So I'm taking all of that fantastic knowledge I've learned from my customers and moving over to a marketing aspect where I can be helping with nurture tracks and great communications for you guys, especially after new releases. And how do we help make onboarding and interacting with the site a beneficial and fun experience for you. So, taking all of that training and support knowledge and really honing it into these other pieces of the business to support our customers. So, that's who I am. That's what I do. And I do have to put a little plug in there about the time and dates for our academy. So, the keynote is actually kicking off at 10 Eastern. And again, this is all on June 23rd. And it runs through 4:30 Eastern time, where we're going to have our keynote closer of Dave Conway. And if you've been to a previous academy, we have kicked off a more robust concierge desk. So if it's your first time coming and you're like, "Ooh, I'm not quite sure how to navigate this platform," no worries. We have a virtual desk of people to help you navigate, get into your session. If you have any questions, how the thing works, we have a whole group of team that's going to help you with that.
Fantastic. So, thank you for your introduction, and we're super excited because I'm on the marketing team also, so we get to work. Well, we've always worked together, so this is just another facet of that. So, in this academy, in this specific academy, because I've traveled with you, we've done some academies in the past, we've done a lot of things. In this specific academy, what is your role in all of this, and not just with the sessions? I mean, what else do you do in support for this whole thing?
Sure. So I've been organizing our trainers and onboarders to come up with what's the best content for this session, for this event. I'm rotating in new onboarding and support trainers to give a new voice to this, give some experience to other team members. For example, Christina Rodriguez, who is our senior onboarding support rep. If you guys have ever had an issue on the site, she's your person to go to. She's going to come and talk to us about the top 10 shortcuts. Also, George Toulis is joining us. So if you've ever had interaction on the SmartBid side when it comes to email delivery, he's been our guy. So George is joining us this time, which is so exciting. So outside of kind of organizing the people and what we want to talk about, there's so much on the back end that we get to help with, right? Like looking at those survey results you guys gave us last time. How can we improve and be better? And how do we get good information out to you guys about what all is involved? A lot of that marketing piece. And then the analytics information of, okay, where did we get most attendance last time? Should we repeat that session? Should we start bringing in some new stuff? And also, with all the conversations with our customers, it's, well, what new trends are out there? Having that street knowledge of, where do we need to start turning the conversation and focusing on a little more in this next academy? What are our opportunities there? Also being really involved with our product team, knowing what new features are coming out and what improvements they're making. Hey, what translates into this academy as well? And then finally, from that support standpoint, always coming back to what are those common questions? What are those hangups? What are those challenges? How can we make that approachable and easy to overcome and fun to learn and something you're going to take away after this academy? So that's how I use all of those pieces in my current role and my current team and resources to really make a great academy day for our customers.
Cool. Now, you with the bid management, of course, that will be the I square foot and Smart Bid. Are we including the ConstructConnect bid management in this academy?
Not yet. It's coming.
Okay.
We just want to focus a little longer on our I square foot. We've got such a fantastic customer base there. We want to make sure you guys have all the information possible. But keep an eye out for our little tech demos. We're going to have some little teasers in there about, what does that Construct Bid Management platform look like? What are the benefits? Why should I be interested? But also, again, shout out to our Smart Bid customers who are amazing. You guys know to keep us honest and bringing you this information about how to use it better. We've really made some fun revamps to our sessions in this academy. The last two sessions, we had some strong core sessions we did, and this time we're adding in two new ones, which is very exciting. We're going to look at confidentiality agreements and that whole project security, and then the
I heard you had some some phenomenal instructor that was going to do another. What was the other one?
Oh, I don't know. This guy does bid coach. I Has anyone heard of Bid Coach? I don't know. He's going to be doing this thing called Bid Tabs.
Yes, I am super stoked to do that, and was very humbled that I was asked. I kept volunteering, but very humbled that they finally relented to let me teach it. I'm going to be doing all the session on bid tabs, which is the scope leveling and everything that's built into Smart Bid. So I'm super excited about that. But I'm really excited to see what the change ups that we've done with the Smart Bid and I square foot, what that's going to do, how that's going to attract people. And again, like Amanda said, really valuing the feedback that we'll get from that going forward in the future academies.
Yeah, and to that point, Mark, we always send out a post-event survey with a couple pieces of information. First, the survey, like how did we do? How can we be better? But it is also going to link to the opportunity to win stuff in a fun drawing. So don't miss that email for that. But also, these are all live sessions. You're going to have an opportunity to ask questions during the session. So if there's, a boiling thing you've always wanted to know and have more information about, please tell us. We love the interaction. That's why we miss being in person so much. It was so fun to see people's faces, see them raise their hand, see that aha moment. So don't miss out on the opportunity to ask us questions live. And then all the sessions are then recorded. So if you miss something, you want to rewind it and how did they go over that process again? Everything's recorded. You can access it 30 days after the Academy wraps up.
Correction, that's actually 60 days that we'll be doing.
Yes,
so if you register for the Academy, the idea will be, barring any unforeseen technical issues, every session will be recorded and available to you for 60 days. And you can also share that with your team and things like that. So that's going to be extremely valuable. We got a lot of feedback on that last time. We want to make sure that we will be sending out reminders on that as well. So we had several people that have already inquired, hey, I can't make it that day and time, but will everything be recorded? Yes, it will. And it will be a recording of everything, our interaction and the presentation itself. So it will be the next best thing to be in there. One other thing too about the survey,
mm-hmm.
I heard that there will actually be some swag this time, which is cool.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So
I
survey,
don't know what the swag is. That's been this top secret thing. I just know it's happening. So if you have any insight, Mark, please share, because I don't know, our customers, I don't know.
And let's talk about the survey stuff for a second too, because there are, this is really significant to us. That's why we're spending a few minutes talking about it. Is not only will there be this post-event survey we're going to send to you, which will enter you into a drawing to win one of 3 grand prizes, and then also the swag gifts that you're going to get a choice to pick from. There's going to be 3 different items. I'm not going to disclose what that is yet, so you're going to want to come to find out. But so in addition to the post-event survey, which is very, very important to us, every session has a rating where you can rate it from 1 to 5 kind of thing. And you can put in comments there, like Mark's session was amazing, 5 hearts, plus, et cetera, et cetera. But those are super important to us too, internally, so that we know, where we're at and what we can improve on. And again, we're looking not for just pats on the back, but those little, smacks in the back of the head to me every now and then are sometimes important. Like, hey, why did you do that? Why didn't you do this? Or whatever the case is. So those are going to be super important to us. Before I move on, Amanda, too, and I hope George doesn't get mad, but for those of you, and there are many people that have worked with George, if you've ever had an email issue and you're on one of our bid management platforms, no longer, but he used to be a farmer and or a rancher. And I want to know if you know what he used to raise. Chickens, 300,000 chickens. And I just thought that was because if you know George and you see him and then you think chickens, it's like, it doesn't add up. But it was amazing. I love that about George. He's a great guy, and I'm super stoked that he's going to be involved with this. He's a good guy. All right, let's see. We talked about and on the keynote, did we mention the keynote speaker, Angelo Castelli? He is an amazing guy. If you've been in pre-construction for any length of time, you have undoubtedly somehow crossed paths with something that Angelo has had his hands on. He's been with the On Center for I don't even know how long. I should know that, but I don't have it written down. 2 decades, probably somewhere around there. And then he was actually a client, much like me. I was an On Center client years ago, had my own outsourced estimating company. So Angelo's bringing a really cool perception of pre-construction and the evolution of where we've come, taking processes, ancient processes, if you really think about it, and developing them into digital process and collaboration and all sorts of really cool things. He's going to give us a really great discussion on that. So don't miss that keynote session with him. And then, of course, the closing session after all these really awesome other sessions that we're going to have. Our CEO, Dave Conway, is going to wrap all this up, and Dave has a really super unique way of doing this. So you won't want to just like, well, it's the end of the day, I'm not going to watch. You'll definitely want to stick around to actually watch the close of that. Dave is always full of surprises as well, some of the things that he'll talk about. So you won't want to miss that. One other thing I'll add before I get on to you, Benny. Benny's sitting there going, do I get to talk or what? Yes, you will. In 1 second. One of the other things we're doing that you will see on the agenda, I haven't posted them yet, but on the agenda, hopefully today or tomorrow, you're going to see 9 additional sessions on top of the ones that are already on there. So out of the 28 sessions, there's actually 9 more that are going to be presented. Those are going to be very special and very closed sessions. They're going to be limited. I believe the limit's going to be 5, and there are specific VOC, we call it voice of the customer sessions. If you've ever wanted to give your feedback on pre-construction software and things like that, you're going to want to try to attend one of those. There'll be 1 or 3 sessions for GCs, 3 for trade contractors, and 3 that are specific takeoff and estimating. So keep a watch for those. They should be live later today or tomorrow. And if by chance you don't see it, you'll want to go back because you can still register for those as long as they're open. Like I said, they're going to be limited to about 5 people each, 5 companies each. So, because they're very specific breakout sessions. So with that said, Amanda, I'm going to move on to Benny. So I want to introduce again Benny Miles. He's with our PlanSwift team. He's in the beautiful state of Utah in Salt Lake City, I believe. I've heard of that place. I mean, I heard it's kind of nice, you know, it's a little pretty, but isn't it just like a desert? Isn't it just like a desert with snow?
Yeah, in some places we're lucky we get every type of weather there.
That's what I've
and
heard.
sometimes it's a surprise. It could be the middle of summer and we have a little monsoon.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we are lucky enough to have little land hurricanes that happen every once in a while. We have tons of wind that shoots out of the canyons. So if you're near any of the mouths, they'll tear the siding off your house. No, I'm kidding.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's actually a really beautiful state. And Salt Lake is a nice green oasis in Utah.
Well, with that introduction to where you're at, why don't you tell all the hundreds of bazillion people that are watching right now who you are and what you do here at ConstructConnect.
Right. So my name is Benny Miles. I am a product training specialist here at PlanSwift. And I spend my days in one-on-one trainings helping our customers integrate their knowledge on estimating into the software. I get the opportunity to teach customers the techniques to customize existing tools and build new ones from scratch. My favorite part of my role is the ability to help customers get over little speed bumps and help fix any formulas that just don't quite work yet. It's a really fulfilling job, and I'm happy to be able to work directly with our customers every day.
Cool. And in this, and I came from I did the same thing at SmartBid. So it really is fun. And Amanda too,
Yeah.
we've all done this, and it is really fun when you really help somebody and make their day. With that said, so in this specific academy, which this will be the first time PlanSwift has joined hands with us on an academy, and we are super excited. It's a phenomenal program. I know you guys do a lot of other training and events and everything, so we're very happy to have you guys aboard. You want to tell us a little bit about what your role is going to be and what PlanSwift is going to be providing in this academy?
Yeah, definitely. So PlanSwift is a for those of you who don't know, is a fast and efficient takeoff and estimating software. It's designed for commercial and residential contractors. You can do material takeoffs and estimates in like a fraction of the time it takes to do them by hand. We provide many tools, and almost all of them are customizable to your needs. This includes custom formulas for unique takeoff, cost, markup, waste percentage, storage, and you can save these versions of your tools, allowing them to be used for countless jobs in the future. And PlanSwift is designed to work the way an estimator thinks. So if you can do it by hand, it can be done in PlanSwift. And our goal for this event is to not only introduce PlanSwift to those who have never used it, but also give current users the opportunity to further their knowledge, maybe hear things they haven't done before within the software. And we're going to be offering 4 sessions covering topics that range from introduction to the software to printing a report, everything in between, customizing tools, utilizing the more powerful tools that we have as well.
And I think there's also another session that I'm not sure if it's you, Benny, but somebody from PlanSwift will be involved with, is also showing that there's an integration available now with PlanSwift and our ConstructConnect project intelligence, the project lead source and all that stuff. So there's also an integration you guys are going to be talking about there.
Yeah, I believe so. There is a chance that one is not on my list yet, but I have heard about that one, which is really exciting.
You brought up an interesting point too, which we should probably elaborate on, Amanda, as well. Is so the PlanSwift, it sounds like even if you don't know anything about it, come and there's stuff to talk about. That same question though, if you're new to, or you don't know anything about Smart Bid or iSquareFoot or ConstructConnect Bid Management, should you still attend the Smart Bid sessions and or the iSquareFoot sessions, Amanda?
Great question. If you've never used any of these platforms before, but you are a subscriber, we can send you some really great quick start videos to at least get you foundationally understanding what's going on. If you've got some super basic foundational knowledge, you're great to attend the Academy. It is helpful if you want to be able to pick right up with the things you're learning this day and start using them in your workflows. Having some experience using the platforms will just make everything click a little easier, but not to say you're not welcome and that you wouldn't get benefit from the day. We're going to have all of our PowerPoints are shareable. All of our handouts can be downloaded. And like I said, you can always come back to the recording. So maybe you guys just started subscribing and you haven't yet had a chance to post your first project using your bid management program. That's cool. Come and attend. It's all going to make sense after you start using the platform just a little bit. Or contact us. We'll get you through the basics and then everything will make sense in that day. Fantastic.
That leads me, while you guys were both talking about that, I wanted to make sure to let everybody know. So the academies initially that we've done on the road and whatnot, were always educational for specific products for our existing clients. They were not necessarily, prospecting or just showing what we have to try to get new clients. Obviously, we always want that, right? We're all in business and we want more clients. But with this virtual academy, what we switched up a little bit, and I've had this vision for a long time, is we're using the product training as a base on this academy, but we've also been adding thought leadership and industry training as well. For those of you that attended the last one, we had, I think, only 2 sessions or something like that were just how to do estimating, how to do takeoffs. It was product agnostic. It was more just into the industry training. We've doubled that. And we're calling those for now. We're calling those the ConstructConnect Pro Tips, and it's industry learning. There are some big plans to move forward on that too, into bid management and other aspects of the pre-construction industry. But so you won't want to miss those. So again, if you don't want to come to the bid management ones, you don't want to come to the PlanSwift ones, or whatever the case is, you can come to the Pro Tips ones. But the nice thing is you'll have the recordings for all of those, so you can go watch any of those that pertain to you. And as Amanda said, we're also going to have some really cool demos and some other videos and some things like that. Benny, but before we leave, is there anything else that you'd like to say to everybody about the sessions you all are going to do?
Well, yeah, we are definitely excited to be here for the first time. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. All of the presenters and moderators are excited to deliver this information. PlanSwift's mission has always been our customer success. So we can't wait to help spread PlanSwift's possibilities and capabilities and value and further people's ability to have success.
Fantastic. One last thing too before we go. So if you want to go, if you weren't sure or whatever the case is, if you go to constructconnect.com/academy, you'll get all the information there about the academy. Now, for those of you that want to go, it's like, well, the early bird pricing is until June 11th, and right now it's $50 a person. After June 11th, it'll be $75. But if you want, wait a minute. If you want a code to get a discount, you can't tell anybody else about this, contact us. You can send an email to academy@constructconnect.com. I'll get you one of us will get you a discount code, that a substantial amount off of that as well. So we want to make sure to offer that out there, but this is just our secret. Last thing was I wanted to mention, of course, with this new platform that we've been using, we used last time was the first time. It's called Visibo. We're super stoked to be using this. It is such a great experience, even though it's virtual. It is the next best thing to be in there. You will have, like we talked about earlier, the opportunity to rate each session, provide comments on each session. There's interaction between the not just Q&A, but actual interaction that we can have in some of the sessions. We'll be able, like those private ones I was talking about, we'll have, if you want to turn your camera on, things like that. There's a lot of things that are really exciting about using this platform with everybody. So we're super stoked. We're excited, as you can tell. We're just really excited about doing this. We're super stoked to have PlanSwift on here, and who knows, we're already starting to talk about what we're going to have on the next one. So y'all's feedback is super important to for us to get this right.
Mark, if I can interrupt for 1 second.
Yes.
First off, you have just created a whole conversation storm in my chat about George and his chickens. So I have to shout out to my support team right now: Gina, Christina, Louie, Scott, Tanya, Sam, Kurt, George, Andy, Wes, because y'all are talking about chickens now. So love you, Phil. And then if you want to stay up to date on all of the upcoming academies, plus a quick link to the current one, you can just go to constructconnect.com/academy. So we've got the next 2 dates for the year planned out. And we also want to hear from you on what you want us to make some sessions about. I mean, we're using educated information here, but hey, throw us a curveball. Maybe we can come up with something fun that hadn't crossed our radar yet.
Thank you for mentioning that. I completely forgot about this. The next events are already tentatively planned. If you want to grab a pencil and paper or just write it on your desk. The next one, next Academy is September 22nd. And the one following that is December 8th. So make sure to put those on your calendar. Again, it'll be, new things. There'll be maybe a couple things that we already have, but we're always trying to switch it up to be a little bit new every time. So I think that covers everything. Benny, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. Amanda, as always, such a pleasure working with you. And I'm excited. And if there's things we didn't answer, we've got people responding to the chat and things like that. If there's something else you need to know, you want more information, you can throw it in the chat there. Or like I said, go to constructconnect.com/academy or send an email to academy@constructconnect.com, or I can give you Benny and Amanda's personal cell number so you guys can just text them. So we could do that too. So yeah. All right, I want to say thank you one more time, and this has been a blast. I always have fun doing that. I could just stay here all day, but I'm sure the hundreds of thousands of people watching right now want to get back to work. So, all right, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you soon. Oh, and happy bidding.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.